mornings. For updates on sports stories across the globe, AB Iyomon joins us. Good morning, AB. How are you today?
Well, good morning. I am going good. Good morning, Rufai and Vimbai. Good morning. I'm happy to be here with you today in Abuja.
High five.
Oh, yeah. We just quickly look at some stories making the rounds. Nigeria's D Tigers will face Senegal in one of the most anticipated matchups of the 2025 FIBA Men's AfroBasket. Nigeria, who are the 2015 champions, are chasing a second continental title exactly a decade after the win in Tunisia, but they've had to defeat the Senegalese side, who are one of the tournament's most successful teams, with 17 podium finishes and 5 titles to their name, while Senegal got wins against Uganda and Mali, but a loss to Egypt. This quarterfinal will be the 6th AfroBasket meeting between Nigeria and Senegal, with the D Tigers holding a 4-2 head-to-head advantage. Well, now to football. Now, the African football community is mourning the passing of Nigerian-born striker Razak Omotoyosi, who became a legend with Benin Republic national team. The death was announced on Tuesday by the Beninese authorities. Omotoyosi, who switched nationality to represent Benin after starting his career in the Nigerian league, scored 21 goals in 55 appearances, making him the nation's second all-time top scorer behind Stefan Sessegnon, remembered for his heroics in the 2008 AFCON qualifiers, where he netted all 4 goals in Benin's 4-1 victory over Togo and finished as joint top scorer of the campaign alongside Samuel Eto'o, who was reportedly battling illness and depression before his death. Well, now, last night, the PFA Player of the Year award ceremony took place, and Liverpool's Mohamed Salah became the first player to win the PFA Men's Player of the Year award 3 times, after scoring 29 goals and providing 18 assists in the Reds' title-winning season. For the women, Arsenal's Mariona Caldente claimed the Player of the Year award after a standout debut campaign, netting 19 goals and helping the Gunners lift the Champions League against her former club Barcelona. Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers and Arsenal's Olivia Smith were named Young Players of the Year. Well, Newcastle United have released an official statement reacting to star player Alexander Isak's controversial claims on social media regarding his transfer plans. Isak was notably absent from the PFA Awards despite being named in the Team of the Season, released on social media, claiming that promises that had been made to him by Newcastle have been broken, making his desire to leave the club this summer clear. And now, reacting to the ongoing transfer saga, Newcastle have responded to the star striker's claims, saying the club is disappointed and emphasized that Alex remains under contract and that no commitment was ever made by a club official that Alex could leave Newcastle this season. This whole saga buttresses the fact that a gentleman agreement is not binding under FIFA or contract law. And still on football, Brazilian goalkeeper Fabio Lopes has broken the record held by former England international Peter Shilton's record for the most competitive appearances in world football. The 44-year-old made his 1,381st outing on Tuesday in Fluminense's 2-0 Copa Sudamericana win over América de Cali, which is the South American equivalent of the Europa League. Fabio, who made his debut in 1997, has played for clubs including Vasco da Gama, Cruzeiro, and Fluminense, with a remarkable 976 appearances for Cruzeiro between 2005 and 2022. This record was his 235th match for Fluminense. Well, according to the Guinness Book of Records, Shilton held the record with 1,390 appearances. Well, finally, for athletics, the men and women's 4x100 meter and 4x400 meter relay teams are at a risk of missing the Tokyo World Championships unless the Athletics Federation of Nigeria secures another qualifying meet before August 24, the deadline. Well, this is a sad battle there, as this could mark the first time since that they will not make the relay World Athletics Championship. Before I go, I say, Rufai, Ayo, and Vimba, I think we should talk about the contrast with clubs. We could link Isak's debacle with his team, with Ademola Lookman, talking about the gentleman agreement without signing a contract.
No, you're very apt as regards that topic, AB, and it's something we should look at, because the clubs do a quick one on footballers. Yes, it's easy for all of us to say, why didn't you put pen to paper? Why didn't you do what you needed to do when the going was good? the problem is when the going is good, you do not think that the club will do you over. Look at someone like Ademola Lookman that came to Atalanta and turned their fortunes around. Who would have thought that Ademola Lookman, when it's time for him to leave, that will happen? Even look at the story of Partey. A lot of people are now linking his rape case with the fact that he left Arsenal. Because when you look at the evidence on ground, that case had been on since 2021. So what happened? Why was it that all of a sudden he left, then the club said, oh, we have our hands out? So just like Isak and other footballers, very, very sad one. We'd like to call on the footballers to put their foot on the ground even more. But it's always very hard when the going is good. And for PFA, congratulations for Mohamed Salah. That's only the award I really respect because it's your peers as footballers that vote for you. That's a unique award. So when you win PFA, I respect people like that because it's your peers, the fellow footballers that vote for you. It's just like fellow journalists voting for a journalist and saying you are the best amongst us. So congratulations, Mo Salah. And another $100,000 loading. I hope they will pay them in dollars. So.
You know, first of all, let me just say that this is the importance of motivation when it comes to sports and what motivate. Anyway, hence the name motivation. It inspires you to want to do more and go for gold, and that's what we see now. Everyone wants to get that golden handshake, as it's famously called, with of course envelope to follow. And I must say kudos to this administration, to the Tinubu administration. Yes. For that, you know, investment in sports. But I think beyond the golden handshake, as we see in the last story we talked about with Nigeria, perhaps might be failing to have a representation in Tokyo, which will be the first time since I think in about 30 years, that beyond the reward, let us invest in sports from the foundation. Let us invest in our athletes, training, infrastructure, those things to ensure that we actually come out as gold and get the golden handshake replicated, and of course in other areas. But congratulations in advance to the Tigers. Hopefully they bring it home and they go back with a golden handshake.
Oh, bring back.
Okay, well, for me, it's my focus is on basketball. I'm a basketball lover, and this face-off between the D Tigers and the Teranga Lions of Senegal, who've played 8 times in the past, and it's almost been 50-50. Well, Nigeria has beat them 5 times, they've lost 3 times. But in this particular tournament, Nigeria has been undefeated so far. This is a race for the semi-final spot, and then, you know, hopefully they'll clinch the finals, and let's see, maybe there'll be some title deeds and some goodies waiting for them in Abuja when they get back. But on a serious note, I think our men's basketball team has been truly consistent over the years, and specifically in this particular tournament in Angola, they really have put their best foot forward. So fingers crossed between Nigeria and Senegal, so we can get closer to that final.
All right. Thank you so much. And please pay the $100K in dollars.